Hi guys, FrostFangs here, and welcome back once again, of course, to another Paladins video, still on 2.04, although we should have the new patch in a couple days, because I'm recording this like right around the 20th, so it means we should get the new update sometime soon, in like 2 or 3 days, which will be good fun, because there's stuff I still want to cover on that. But today, we're doing Dredge. It's been a very long time since I've said that. I have not played Dredge all that much. He's probably one of the least played characters on this entire list. I have paid for some levels for him, just to get him up there, because I want to try and at some point have everybody level 20, but I think before I leveled him he was like 15 or 16, I can't remember. Just go check on like the last video, it'll probably show you there if you're interested. But I got 4 different loadouts. We're going to be playing with 2 of these today, because I'm going to be playing Abyss Spike Dredge, which is something I've never played with before I did practice for today's video. I've never used a legendary card on a video, and I never used it in a game before like today. I just did 2 or 3 games just to make sure I kind of understood how it worked. But it makes your harpoon lodge into the ground, and then it explodes for 1,000 damage once somebody goes near it. It does have damage drop off, so it is similar to Scuttle. It does have damage drop off depending on how close they are to the explosion, and you can still hit people with it. So if you throw it to somebody, it'll go through them and then stick on whatever the thing is behind them. So if you're hitting it down on somebody, it'll land on the floor right next to them, which is really, really useful. It's the least popular legendary card. I see probably Hurl the most, and Scuttle is probably a close second for me, but Abyss Spike is one that I've probably only gone against 1 or 2 times. These are the normal loadouts I use if you're interested in them. That's the one for Hurl, that's the one for Scuttle. I have Dark Bargain in all of them because I really, really like the card, and it's a nice change to Dredge's standard playstyle. But these are the loadouts we have for the one we're going for today, Abyssal Spike. Reducing the cooldown of our harpoon by 5 seconds. Obviously, it goes from 14 to 9. This one has it so that we also reduce the cooldown when we hit people with the right click. Dark Bargain max level, a little bit of heal to combo in with this, and then 50 added health just for the sake of it. This one has the added health as well, Dark Bargain as well, and Hull Piercer. But the 2 different cards are gun deck, so we have 3 extra ammo by default, and Hangman's Ire just because we don't really need the heal on broadside because I'm not using it as much. The only difference is this one gives you a bit more reset and you use your right click a little bit more. This one is more based around the left click and just a bit more of a standard one, I guess. So I think that's everything I wanted to explain for the start of today's video. I also want to play with Omega Dredge. I didn't get a code for Hi-Rez for this one. I got a code for all the other ones, but for some reason I didn't get one for Omega Dredge, but I'm going to be using it with a skin booster, so I get a chance to show this one off, because it is kind of unique. When you compare it to a lot of other stuff, it does stand out, which is usually a bad thing gameplay wise, so I wouldn't recommend using this if you want to try hard, because you kind of need to keep in mind that when you throw your Q down now, when you play like this, it does leave a thing there, so you want it to be as difficult to see as possible. And for me, the Merrymaker Dredge one is literally a massive bright red candy cane, red and white candy cane, so it isn't very useful. We're playing on our own map as well. We're playing Marauder's Port, so that's fantastic. We'll use a booster and grab the skin. We'll also use a Battle Pass booster, even though the Battle Pass is being changed for a new one in like a day or 2. There's also a weird thing with lighting on Dredge that it's kind of similar to the problem that Tyra has and a couple of the characters. It's kind of pixelated and it doesn't really go by the rules of the rest of the lighting in the game. That's the only way I can really think to explain it. But if you look around his head, he's got like a black glow and it's kind of pixelated and it looks weird in game as well. It's just like a little bug with the skin. It's not really, doesn't really make a huge difference. But shout out to Mike Q. I'm guessing that's how you say it. That's the Eevee. He said the real FrostFangs. You know it. I'm not going to type because he'll see it in the video and then he'll get a little surprise from if he watches all my stuff. But if I'm not recording, I usually type, or I'll use the VGS or something just to drop like a thanks, because I appreciate you guys watching my stuff. So team-wise, we got a Charlene, we got an Eve, we got a Tyre, got a Ceres, no tank, but I guess that's fine. Me and Charlene have got a mad amount of burst alongside the Eevee as well. This should be pretty good. Shout out to Chelsea98. I don't know if that's referencing me or not, but shout outs to him or her either way. We're up against Maeve, Anara, Koga, Furia, Drogo. So they have a much more standard team, but they have a lot less burst, so this might actually work kind of well. If we can focus that high-leveled Maeve, we should be able to not have too hard of a time here. Let's go ahead and grab... I don't think I'm going to use broadside that much here, just because Anara can kind of ignore my damage, and it's not really going to help me against anybody else, really. So I guess we'll go for the extra ammo one and the shield. Oh my god, this weapon is cool, and that is terrifying. I actually forgot what his inspect was for a second there, so that kind of spooked me a little bit. It doesn't really show emotion as much as the standard little guy that he has on his gun. I don't know if he's got a name. I think I gave him a name, but I forgot what it was. It looks cool, though. I do like the sort of mech aesthetic we got going on. What item do I want to get? Cauterize, of course, because we're going up against a Fury. I'll get caught. It does go on cooldown the second you throw it out, which is really, really useful. Actually, she's on the objective, so let's hit her with some 850s. Gonna use the F. Gonna teleport back up to it, just up here. Sure, that was the most awkward play I've made in a very long time. There's a thing for her. Is she gone? There we go. Okay, Charlene finished her off. I died to Maeve. That is a very awkward start to the game. Oh, he's so low. Can we finish him off? He's gone. He's gone. Nice. What's poppin', Maeve? You are a bit of a pain in the ass. I didn't mean to teleport to that. That was completely accidental, and it's probably probably going to get me killed or not. Oh my god, I dealt 1,850 to her, and that was like literally 50 off being able to get rid of her, or 100 off. I can't remember how much health Maeve has, but we were very, very close. I'm totally classifying this as a warm-up because even though I played a couple of games beforehand, I still need to get used to this. There's 800 and she's gone. Nice. I'm going to plot my another F down there. We can kind of not have to rely very much on our healer because of the fact that we self-heal for quite a lot. Just get rid of the Furia maybe? Yeah, there we go. She's out. Nice. Getting self-healed by a ton. He's gone. We'll drop a Q down there so we can hit her with it, and then we can also throw the mine down. She's completely dead. There we go. We're actually doing an okay job now. I don't know if I'd say this is as good as the other legendary cards or talents he has. I'm still not sure what it's actually meant to be called, if it's talents or legendary cards, because they've called it so many different things that I'm not exactly sure which one it is. There's the little mine, and that should get us like a free 800. Yeah, there we go. See, she's totally dead. Jesus Christ, I just stacked so many bombs on her. That's a Koga ulting. Let's just stack some bombs for him, and he is gone. Nice. That was totally intentional and not just, again, pure luck. Let's throw a Q on you. That should slow her down. I'm going to teleport away. Oh shit, that actually worked. I actually got a decent teleport, although I'm probably still going to die because that Maeve is totally going to get rid of me. Oh, Drogo's actually killed me. Let's finish off our court. Nice. But this is probably one that you need to practice a little bit before you'd get the hang of it, because it is quite a bit of a playstyle change for Dredge, because you have to actually think about where your Q is going to land after you hit somebody with it. That is Drogo's ulting, and he's gone. Thank you for running in a straight line towards me, I guess. Ulting in a straight line towards me. What a weird play. We hit him with 850, and I just had to land the Q, and he didn't even try and dodge it. He kind of just went in a straight line. Awkward play. There's a bunch of damage for the Inara. I'm going to throw a Q down onto it. That should get rid of her. There we go. Plump the F down just so we get a bit of self-heal. Do I want to throw an ult back there? Probably not. We'll just spam some left clicks, though. There's 800 for her. Oh, she's so low. Every single time I get that exact same play happen where I deal a bunch of damage, I'm not able to actually finish off that Maeve because she's so goddamn mobile. We'll throw a Q there. Can I stick it on her wall? I don't think I can. So if you hit a deployable, it most likely doesn't do anything. We can get rid of her, though, easily. There we go. Nice. Where's that Maeve? Did she just dash straight up and go around? That was way too quick for me to be able to tell what the hell just happened. But there's 800. I'm going to actually ult. I haven't done it yet this game. This should get rid of the Inara, right? That was nearly 4k, and then we queued her. She's gone. I'm blinded by the Maeve. I placed my F down. I don't know what is going on, so I'm just kind of spamming my left click. I am outie. Oh, it's just here. I thought it was up top. My bad. It's fine, though. He's gone. Either way. Oh, I tried to throw a Q on the Maeve. It looks like we're going to win the game. I've been playing really, really awkwardly this match. I'm going to get more death hands and also tier 2 kills here. That should help me out a little bit. We're 16-5. I've not played badly, but I'm playing a lot more awkwardly than I did in the games right before I hit the record button, because of course I did. Let's throw a Q there. Don't know if that even went anywhere, if I just completely missed landing my Q on anybody. Oh my god, freaking Charlene is cleaning up so goddamn well. Props to him. I'm not really finishing many people off, but the Charlene is, and I appreciate that. I did not mean to teleport. I do that play all the goddamn time. Q for you. Oh wow, what a finish. That deserves a cheeky spray. I actually landed it. Oh, Inara's down here. Didn't even realize there was anybody on the point. My bad. There's a Q for you. Nice. That should explode any second. That dealt, I think, 800 to her shield. Furia is retreating. Koga just died. I'm going to just throw some more explosions over on that Furia. She's totally gone. That's a Ceres ult. Nice. That's a double. Can we get a triple? Maybe. If I could only land these goddamn explosions. Let's finish off with a triple. There we go. Totally official triple. So glad we all agree. And maybe a quadra. Can we finish him off? He hasn't got that much health, and he's gone. Nice. Rampage. There's a Q for you, Maeve, and I'm dead again. I'm never able to finish her off because she's so goddamn mobile. That's Drogo's ulting. I don't know exactly what he's going for. Okay, well, that's Drogo's ulting. He just went right into my trap and detonated my mine, and I landed 2 hits on him. What a weird play. It's the second time he's done that. There's my right click. Is that going to get anybody? I don't think it did, which is a shame. There's the Q. That one did actually go through. She's totally dead here. Oh, come on. Somebody just finish her off. She's got, like, no health. There's my F, and she's nearly gone. There we go. Nice, and we teleported out of there, so I didn't get an extra death. Or I'm actually in the middle. I'm in between my 2 teleporting pieces. That's really strange. Weird game overall, though. I feel like I was really awkward that entire match. Interested to see what stats we've got. Charlene has top play. Well deserved. He was picking up a hell of a lot of people that I left on low health. He just picked up the Koga. He picks up the Inara. He goes ahead and I think gets the Maeve here. Oh yeah, he does. Okay, he does actually manage to get rid of her. That's it. So that was a triple. Well played, Charlene. That game felt really, really weird. I know I say that a decent amount, but I felt really awkward that match. Like, actually, commentary-wise, I wasn't able to say a lot of the stuff I was trying to say, and game-wise, I was actually just playing really awkwardly. But then if we look at the stats, I went 14-6 with 63k damage, which is the highest that game. I didn't think I did anywhere near that well. Charlene is on the same same sort of level. 14-7, 56k. Well played to him. Eevee did pretty good, 9-7, 30k. Ceres did pretty good, 30k heals, and Tyra did alright, 40k damage there. Their Anoa did pretty good, their Koga did okay, their Maeve was by far the most annoying. She's on the same level as Charlene and me that game stats-wise. Furia did pretty good, and Drogo's didn't do great. But other than that, that was a pretty good game. I'd say 9 of us all played on the same sort of thing, with me, Charlene, and Maeve being a little bit higher, and then Drogo's being a little bit lower, but that was overall a good match. His actual base hits deal a hell of a lot of damage. Dredge has a lot of DPS on his left click and his right click. 995 on a 2-second fuse, and you fire 3 of them, and then 850 and a reload that deals 1000. Dredge's base damage is really, really good, and this gives you kind of even more of that, I guess is the way to explain it. Hurl does the same sort of thing. It just reduces the cooldown of your Q, but then you lose the slow. This just adds on damage, and you don't get any penalty for it, other than the fact that you can't pick a different talent. With Scuttle is the same sort of thing. It's very similar to Scuttle in the way they add something, doesn't really take anything away, and I feel like the reason it works so well, this way of playing him, is because Dredge has so much burst potential. If you throw your Q through somebody and it detonates, that's 2000 damage straight there, nearly 2000 damage. You hit him with a left click, that is most people's entire health bar, and it's really, really fast to fire as well. It's not like there's a bunch of time between your shots, and your right click can also set stuff up. This is like the best way to play Dredge if you want to try and play premeditated. Like if you want to set stuff up and get plays that work really, really well and like insta-kill somebody, this is obviously the best choice. You're playing Dredge the same way, you're just trying to kind of predict stuff a lot more. I feel like that was a good explanation. We're playing with Drogos, Genos, Makoa, Xin, a little bit more of a balanced team here, and we're up against a Pip, a Drogos, a Dredge, an Eevee, and a Skye. I don't know how well this will do against flankers, because I feel like it'll work well against flankers, because you can set up a mine. It's a mine, so you can block off a doorway and then know when somebody's coming through it, but I don't know how well it's going to work against somebody like Eevee, who's got a lot of movement. It felt kind of crappy against Maeve, but that's also just because I'm not the best Dredge. I'm nowhere near close to the best Dredge. Well, let's go Abyss Spike. We'll go for the same one. I don't really feel like I need to use the other one. We're using a different skin, though. I'm using the recolor here instead, and we're playing on a test map. We're playing on Sandbridge. I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure, but I've made a video on this one before. I want to start off, I think I want to start off with Death Hands and Illuminate. I feel like that's a good set of items to start off with, because then we counter Skye and we also buff our reload straight off the bat. So I do like this way of playing Dredge. It just requires a little bit more thought, and for me, Dredge is already a character that you have to think a little bit more than some of the other characters to play, because he has so many things that he does well. He has self-heal, that's great. He has damage on his left click, right click, that's great. He has a teleport, which works really well. He has an ult, which is very straightforward. But other than that, he has got a lot of stuff that you have to think about, but overall, it's not too hard to execute. Hello, Skye. Oh, no, I missed one of those hits. Okay, she's gone. Anyway, my self-heal is clutch. I dealt 800 before I was able to teleport there. Their Dredge is sitting at the back, but he's gone for Scuttle, and then his loadout is completely different other than the self-heal, which basically everybody seems to rock. Let's place the F there. Let's cue this Dredge, and he's gone any second. There we go. Nice. I'm going to place my F here, and I'm going to teleport back up. I don't feel like that was really worth it, but Pip is here, and he's off the map. I didn't even get credited for that goddamn kill. There's 800 for you, and she's gone. As soon as she gets out of that ice block, the mine should kill her. Or not, apparently. She must have been just over the threshold of that wall. That sucks. Well, we've got 10 seconds to push it. This game is just as weird as the last one, honestly. It feels really, really strange playing Dredge. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's got nothing to do with the match. Maybe it's just me playing Dredge, and you're gone. Finally got a goddamn kill on that Drogos. That took forever. At least he's gone now. They're all maxing out Cauterize to deal with our Genos, who's doing a very, very good job. Makoa's gone for Pluck, which is a smart choice here. Wormjet and Wormjet Scuttle. Prep is a little bit strange. I wonder why she went for Prep. I guess it's kind of working for her, though. And Snow Globe Eevee is a bit of a pain. Not going too badly right now. We've got Court 1, Death Hands, and Illuminate. Don't really know if I even want to get more Cauterize, because the Pip isn't really throwing out very many heals, and he's gone for Catalyst, so it's not really a big deal. I kind of want to get like a Nimble or like a Master Riding, but I don't know what I should get. I'm not really dying all that much. I've only got 3 deaths in like 6 minutes or so I don't really feel like I need to get Master Riding, but I don't know. The only problem is Dredge is spamming the crap out of the point, so it's really hard to hold it. Can I teleport as a chicken? I guess I'll never find out, because I just got solo ulted by Pip, which is a really strange play to make there, considering I wasn't really doing very much. Does she know I see her? I guess she just found out. I didn't even get that kill, did I? Oh, no, I did. I thought Drogo's got it for a second there. Illuminate came through kind of clutch. Let's throw a Q so he can't walk around that corner without taking a K. We're going to cap this point because they're not really playing the objective at all, so that's 2-1. I don't really see them being able to actually push through and hold it because they don't have a healer. All 3 of them are over here right now, and these pillars are kind of actually annoying me. I'm going to teleport away because I don't feel like dealing with all 3 of them there trying to get rid of me. That Eevee just blinked no distance at all. That is Drogo's ulting from all the way up there. Not sure who he's really going on here. I guess he's going for our Drogos. for some reason. I'm going to just try and ult these two guys. Is that going to work? Oh, come on, Dredge. Don't teleport like that. That's annoying. There's some damage before I die because I didn't place my F anywhere useful. Well, it looks like we're going to push it. It's right there. I'm pretty sure we've got it. Yep, there we go. 3-1. Okay, cool. My right click actually got a really cheesy kill on that Eevee. Nice. 3-1. This game has been really strange. I don't know how well it's going to come across in the video, but it's been really, really weird. Maybe it's just me playing Dredge. I don't know, but I feel like a lot of the kills I've gotten have just been pure cheese. It's just for me right now, I don't feel like I'm doing very much damage until I do deal damage and then I take like their entire health bar. That's the way that it feels. It's like I'm either dealing nothing or I'm dealing everything. I go from 0 to like 2k really, really quickly. If we throw our right click in the right spot, we take a ton of health off them when we block off a doorway. Our Q deals a ton of damage, slows, and also blocks off a doorway, and the left click also deals a ton. The only thing is I'm not executing it perfectly, which is adding to the fact that it probably feels kind of strange. Let's finish off that Eevee. Get absolutely screwed. Harpooned. That's the only way I'm going to be able to describe that. There goes Dredge as well. See what I mean? I landed 4 hits there, and he has full sustained Dredge. What's popping? Sky, you're gone as well. I feel like I'm either dealing nothing or I'm dealing their entire health bar. That's the only way I can describe how this feels, and it feels really weird because I don't play Dredge very much. I played a couple of games before I started recording the video just so I knew how the Abyssal Spike and stuff worked, and it feels like it's a pretty decent legendary card. I don't know if I'd say it's the best one for Dredge, but it definitely ain't bad. That Drogo's just lost all of his health in 2 hits from me, and this game is over. Where's the camera? I'm not sure, but we're going to try and emote in its direction. I was wrong. We're still in there, though, emoting on the point. Don't feel like I did very much that game. I just kind of played Dredge a little bit. Don't have top play. There, Eevee does. Let's see what it is. So she gets a kill on Genos. She's behind the Xin, who somehow didn't see her. She lands 3 hits on him, and then she goes in and kills me because I got solo ulted by a Pip. Not that I would have been able to do very much if I didn't get ulted there, but that Pip ulted me for literally no reason. Well, if we take a look at the stats there, I didn't even have that much damage. I have 35k, which is kind of middle of the road for that game, but stats-wise, I did 10-5. I only had 5 deaths, which is the least in that game alongside the Makoa there, when I feel like I had a ton more than that. Xin didn't do great. Genos did pretty good. Drogo's did pretty good there. Actually, really good. 15-6 there. Eevee didn't do great. Their Sky didn't do great. Their Pip didn't do great. Their Drogo's was the most annoying. And Dredge has a lot of damage because we have a Makoa, but didn't actually get that many kills. I feel like the direction of this video has been completely messed up. I'm not sure if it has been weird. I just feel like they have both been weird, and I'm not sure if that's going to come across or not. The way most people use it and the way I was trying to use it in today's video, although I wasn't doing it all that well, as you throw it in a doorway and then they have to either take 1,000 damage or go a different way because there's no way to destroy it, as far as I know, or you just throw it on an objective and it basically guarantees you like 1,000 free damage. I don't know how it works with payloads if you throw it and if it stays on it, but I know that on Siege and stuff, if you throw it on the point, anybody who goes on that point is going to take like a K because there's literally no way to destroy the harpoon. So it's like a mine, but it's an indestructible mine that goes on cooldown when you throw it and then also gives you like 1,000 damage. That does have drop off, but it's not crazy drop off, and there's also not a really easy way for the enemies to see that there is a mine there because it's a small thin harpoon that doesn't have a huge indicator, because I've gone against this I think once or twice and there's either a really small one or there's no indicator at all that you're actually in range of the thing. So the thing is, when I think about it in comparison to the other two, it looks less powerful, but if you think about it without taking into consideration Dredge's other options, it's a really, really strong legendary card, stronger than a lot of people's legendary cards in the game right now. But it's the fact that Dredge has 2 other really good ones that it makes it look like it's not as good, when in fact it's actually pretty decent. His kit is the same sort of thing. When you look at it, it doesn't seem crazy good, but when you look at his burst potential, it's really, really high. He also has a teleport. For me, Dredge is one of those characters that somebody who's really, really bad can probably enjoy because he's pretty easy to execute semi-decently, but also a character who somebody who's really good with him will just absolutely shred and be on a completely different tier. He's got a really high skill ceiling, which seems silly to say because Dredge is just, oh, lol, spam champion, but at the same time, he has actually got a decent skill ceiling where people who are really good with him can place his F properly, can do the harpoon mine thing really well, broadside perfectly, left click and reload really, really well. He's got a lot of things that you have to think about, so that's why he has such a high skill ceiling, in my opinion, because he's got so many different things that he does and so many different things that he does well that you have to kind of put them all together to have the full character, because without a lot of those pieces, he wouldn't be anywhere near as good. The only thing that I'm not great with is the ult. I never really get much of a benefit from this ult. I just don't do a very good job of using the ult, and a lot of the time it doesn't feel like it works properly for me, so I don't really really get much of an advantage from the Kraken on Dredge, and it's usually really easy to avoid as well. It works great with CC if you combo with CC, but on its own, it's easy to dodge, and it's also really easy to mess up when you're playing him. Dredge is a strong character. I think everybody agrees on that. I don't think anybody at the moment thinks Dredge is underpowered, and if you do, be sure to let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on this in general, because I've tried to explain it, but it's really one of those things that you have to play to get a feel for. You have to play it a couple times. Your first game for this probably won't be that great. Once you play it a couple times, though, I can guarantee that a lot of people will probably actually prefer it to the other two once you've tried it a little bit, because it adds like another dimension to Dredge. So anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know what you want to see me do next. Leave a like if you have enjoyed the video. I will see you guys all very, very soon. And as always, stay frosty. I still can't remember what I called his little companion here, the little squid guy. I can't remember what I called him. Was it Squiddy? Was it Squidly? Was it Squidge? Was it Squidward? If you remember what I called him, then please do let me know in the comments, because you officially pay more attention to my videos and have a better memory than me. And I appreciate that, because I have genuinely no clue what I called him. I think it was Squidly. Anyway, those of you guys that stay here for the outtakes, this is probably the silliest one yet. I'll see you guys all soon. Have a good one.